Alright guys, this is a TG deck list after the ban list in September. So you guys know TG won Nationals in 2011, so I have a slightly different variation with the updated ban list. It runs 3 skill drains, and without further ado, here's the deck list. So I'm running 2 strikers because I think that TG striker is kind of a dead draw half the time, and it really sucks if you get more than one in your hand because this effect only allows it to be special summoned. I've got 3 Werewolves, standard stuff so far, special summoned if you special summon a level 4 or lower monster. 3 Rush Rhinos, it's the beater of the deck, 2000 attack if it declares the attack. Works really well with Horn of the Phantom Beast. And got Thunder King Ryo, which is absolutely brilliant in this deck build because I mean, it's better with skill drain on the field because with Ryo you can't use the TG's effects of searching for the other TG monster, but you can still negate the summon, and your opponent can't use Pot of Duality, but neither can you, so there's obviously the cons. But with skill drain on the field, since its effect is a cost, you can still use it to negate the special summon of one of your opponent's monsters. So there's basically nothing they can do, and it just dominates the field. So, 3 Tengus, enough said. 3 Beast King Barbaros. Really good loophole with skill drain. When you summon Barbaros and you activate skill drain, its effect's negated, so it still has 3000 attack. That's pretty awesome. So I'm on the fence about this one, but I have 3 Pot of Dualities to add a ton of consistency to this deck. I don't always get the back row I want, so that kind of helps out a lot, and this deck doesn't have an overwhelming special summoning power. Darkhole, staple, Pot of Avarice. Get your Synchros, Ixies, and or your Reborn Tengus back into your deck after you use them all. Book of Moons, staple, helps a lot. Opponent trying to synchro summon, staple. Monster Reborn, staple. MST, just running 1 in this deck build because I'm running 2 Dark Bribes. I think this is great in this build because of Heavy Storm, and this deck has a ton of back rows, and with this ban list there's a lot of back row hate, so Dark Bribe can do nothing but help. Main card of the deck here, Skill Drain, running 3. It negates the effects of all face-up monsters on the field, and in this deck, TG's effects are either activated in the hand or in the graveyard. Tengu's effects activated in the graveyard. It only pumps up Beast King Barbaros, and Thunder King Ryo can still use his effect, so there's almost no downside with a couple of exceptions of Rush Rhino not being able to gain attack when he declares an attack, but it's a very small sacrifice. We got 2 Solemn Warnings. You guys know it's best card in this build. 2 Horn of the Phantom Beast. There's nothing wrong with running 3. I think it's a really good card, and especially because there's not too much attack power in this deck, it can help you get over the higher attack monsters your opponent might have. Compulsory. Really love that. Like I said, this deck has a lot of trouble getting over the higher attack monsters. Starlight Road. Really awesome card in this build with Heavy Storm back. Offers a lot of protection, and goes great if you don't draw those Dark Bribes. Torrential, staple. TG1 EM1, great card. Get to switch control of something like TG Striker with any monster your opponent controls. It's best card ever. You can run 2, 3. I'm only running 1 in this build right now, but I'd recommend more if you can fit it in with your own build. Mirror Force, staple. Solemn Judgment, staple. Bottomless, great in this build. Love that card. Couldn't decide between 2 Bottomlesses or 2 Compulsories, so I just put 1 of each. And finally, a Call of the Haunted, because that's really great with Beast King Barbaros. Just pumps it up after you set it into the graveyard, and when you special summon it, it still has 3000 attack. So that's it. Alright, so on to the extra deck. As far as the extra deck goes, you guys can pretty much put whatever suits you the best in, but here's just an example. I put in an Illuminite, just because this deck runs a lot of level 4s. I don't really plan on getting it out, but with the current cards I have, there's not too much else I could put in. I'm going to run 2 Leviathans, really good with Warwolf. Nice effect of getting high attack, helps you get over those higher attack monsters. Gachi Gachi with Strikers. Once again, not really that necessarily the card, but yeah, I think it's pretty good. Power Gladiator, really nice. Helps keep hand advantage when it's destroyed. Piercing damage, really helpful. Great card. Catastor, obviously this deck sinks into a lot of level 5s with the Striker and Werewolf combo. So that's definitely a go-to card. Wonder Magician, probably the best synchro in this deck. When it's synchro summon, destroy a spell or trap card on the field. When it's destroyed, you get to draw a card, and it's a tuner. So, great card. Guy Knight, great for getting over Stardust with 2600 attack. It's my second choice usually because I'm running Brionac. Great card, you guys know, all under the effect. Colossal Fighter. With Wonder Magician, you can get out level 8s a lot easier than just with the standard monsters in your main deck. So I'm running Colossal because he can special summon himself when he's destroyed. Thought Ruler. Make up some of those life points you lost with Skill Drain or Solemn Judgments and Solemn Warnings. Stardust. Obvious. Mistworm. Great card. Clears the field when you can't. Pretty much awesome. And, of course, Trishula. So, you guys can rate, comment, subscribe, and just give me any suggestions in the comments below. And appreciate you guys watching.